Hi friends, it's your art teacher, Miss Barnett, and in this week's lesson called Make Believe Places, we've been looking at very imaginative artworks by artists and how they don't give us all the details, or they give us just parts of a picture to make us use our imaginations and make connections to the picture. So today we are going to be making our very own Make Believe Place drawing, and you get to choose the materials. Remember, artists choose different materials because they like them and because of the job that they do. So in just a minute, I'm going to demo how some of the tools work again, just so you can remember the different effects that they have. I also want you to think about, when you're brainstorming for this project, I want you to imagine a land where funny things happen. Use lines to make shapes and make a picture of a make-believe place. The place you create could be strange or beautiful, funny or dreamlike. All kinds of things could happen there. So I really want you to use your imagination and go outside of the box and really get into your creativity for this lesson. So what you're going to need to make your drawing is a piece of paper. I'm going to use an 11 by 17 sheet of paper. You use whatever sheet of paper you have available to you. I'm not going to worry about that. Since you do have a choice of media, you could use markers or crayons, oil pastels, or chalk, or even colored pencils. So I'm going to demonstrate some of these tools real quick and how they work, and then we can get started. Here we go. Alright guys, so I've got a little scrap piece of paper here, and I wanted to show you some different ways that you could change the thickness of line using your markers by holding them different ways. So if you use the side of the marker, you get a very nice thick line, and then when we use the tip of the marker, we get a thinner line. You could also create curved lines, different thicknesses and lines, by changing how and where you're holding the marker as you're moving it, like that. So this is a regular tip marker, but there's also fine line markers. So let's take a look at how one of those makes lines the same way. So remember, the side of the marker makes a thicker line, and then the tip of the marker makes a much thinner line. We could also do the same thing we did here and vary the thickness by changing how we move the tool. Crayons are a great choice if you're interested in blending different colors. So I don't know, I'm going to take a red and a blue here, and I'm going to show you some blending. So maybe I want a very light color, and then I can go in with another color and layer colors to make brand new colors. So if you want something with softer edges, crayons might be the way to go. Also, there's chalk. I have artist chalk here. Chalk pastels is another word for them. You could also use sidewalk chalk. It's not going to have as much pigment in it, so it's not going to come out as bright on your paper, but you could do it. Chalk is going to give you a nice blurry edge, and then you can also blend the chalk out and smooth it and make it kind of fuzzy. That's why some artists you could also use the different edges of the chalk to make different effects. Very cool. Oil pastels are like chalk. They have a lot of pigment in them, but instead of the chalk media, they have oil to bind them together. And they're also very soft. They give a nice soft edge. And then you can also blend colors with the oil pastels. I'm using my finger here, but some people don't want to get their fingers dirty, might prefer to use a paper towel or a napkin to blend colors. We are doing drawing media today, but watercolors are used by artists to create transparent kind of see-through color, and then regular paint is used if we want to make a place really bold and very saturated with color and want to fill it up quickly. So now that we've reviewed some of the different ways that we can use this media, I want you to brainstorm what kind of place you're going to make and what kinds of things are going to happen there. And then you're going to get out whichever media that you would prefer to use today, and we're going to start drawing. And I'm going to go ahead and start drawing too, and you can watch me. Here we go. All right, kiddos, here is my make-believe place. It is a magical land where there's castles on cliffs, and you can take a stairway all the way from the ocean to the top. There are pirates that use killer goldfish to attack castles, and the world has two twin suns. One is pink and purple, and one is purple and pink. I used lots of different materials or media to make my project today. I used crayons, markers, chalk pastels, oil pastels, and crayons. I just said crayons twice, excuse me. But I had a lot of fun mixing and matching my materials. Remember, you can use whatever you have available to you. There is no wrong answer when it comes to supplies for this lesson. And I hope you have just as much fun using your imagination and creativity as I did today. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.